Where is it? So this guy. So in other, I don't know if this is the same on MZ, but yeah, in your traits, you go to other, action times plus, 100%. So the way this works is, so if you want to give multiple turns, let's just keep it simple. So this does 2 extra turns. So you have your normal action, an extra action, and another extra action. If I change this to 60% and this to 40%, then you'll do your action, you'll get to pick your action, and then in that turn, you'll have a 60% chance of an extra turn. If you don't hit that 60% chance, you don't move on to this third extra turn. Like, that just negates it, right? But if you do get the 60% chance, then there's an additional 40% chance after that that you will get a third turn. And it just decides that before the turn starts. Yeah, and then the way that looks, it doesn't show it very in an interesting way in the game, but yeah, percentages for the chance that you get that extra turn. So action up, and yeah, I made it that you can only use it on yourself. So yeah, and you can assign that to weapons and armor as well. So now, so I can do attack and then attack again. So it's like UI wise, it doesn't really show very well how many turns you have. It's a bit clunky. So like if I choose Sick Blade and I choose Smoke Bomb, I've only got 10 AP, right? And so it doesn't calculate if I have the resources. It just goes, oh, you currently have 10 AP, so you can do this. But yeah, if I choose that, it will only do one of those actions. See, so we didn't do the Smoke Bomb because I didn't have the resources to be able to do it. But yeah, so that's how that works. It's really cool. It's really cool. Hey, it's me, Bill, from Arlec Games, and we're here again, making a simple... For those of you that are new here, I'm making an RPG from start to finish. We're going to publish it on itch. It's going to be the greatest game that's ever been made. Better than E33, better than Silksong, better than all JRPGs combined. And I hope we can clip that and replay it when a year after the game's been out and no one's played it. We can just put that on the website. Better than Final Fantasy. You said it, not me. See, people are talking about this game like it's the second coming already. Yeah, we are going to reinvent the JRPG genre by doing everything that a JRPG normally does. Sounds crazy, I know, but you stay along for the journey, you just might get to see the blessed destination. But no, we're making a simple RPG. I'm sort of teaching you as I go, if you're interested in that. But I'm trying to build my own skills. I've never made a full RPG before. I've made other little games in RPGMaker, but this would be my first, full RPG, which is exciting and fun. And the scope of this, as I've tried to keep it small and simple, has already expanded a fair bit. So keep that in mind if you are interested yourself in making an RPG. It's a lot of work, but if you're in it for the love of the game, then there is a lot of good things in store for you. If you are watching on YouTube, please like the video, leave a comment in the comment section below. Today's comment is, who's your favorite JRPG character? That's weak, but we'll go with that. Who's your favorite JRPG character? Yeah, you know, they have big rosters. And try to pick one that's not like the main character, unless you've got like some really good reasons for liking the main character. Usually the main character is probably the least interesting, right? Yeah, and I don't think my game's going to be any different. So leave that in the comments below. Also, please subscribe. Your subscription means a lot to me, and it means you will also get notified of my future streams, VODs, videos, shorts, all the things that I do. Cool. It feels like it's been a million years since we last worked on the game. we are trudging through, not really trudging, dancing through the water temple. It's a lot of fun, mostly because we get to copy and paste a lot of the stuff that we did in the earth temple and just tweak it a little bit here and there, save my sanity. And I think we're going to do a bit more of that today. I was just thinking about some of the work that we'll have to put in. Been laying the ground foundations, been making new, we've made the new skills for our party, tried them out. We have built the, let me show you as I talk. Let me do that. We've rebuilt the boss area. We have copy and pasted the boss cutscene. So even though it's a giant whale, it's still going to jump onto the screen and do a little dance. Shout out to the skeleton method. Got to be one of my favorite genders. Thank you. For those of you that don't know what Coco is referring to, the way I have built this game is using what I think collectively we've come up with this term. I definitely didn't come up with it on my own. The skeleton method, where I have built the game from start to finish with all the main mechanical points. You know, this triggers this sequence, this triggers this sequence, so on and so forth until we get to the end of the game. And because of it, you just get to recycle systems for efficiency. Yes. So this will not work for everyone. It just depends. I think for an RPG, it can do a lot. You know, think back to Final Fantasy, other RPGs that, for instance, use the same enemy sprite, but they just change the color a little bit. You know, we're actually not going to do that in my game. We're going to use, we have a plethora of sprites to choose from, so all the enemies are going to be unique in the way that they look, but I also have a very small roster of enemies. And, you know, there's some good reasons for doing that anyway. You know, it's to save space on hardware, that kind of thing. There's lots of different reasons why that happened, but yeah, with the skeleton method, we can take a lot of the things that we've built and plonk them down and stamp them across the game to make things easier. You know, I am copying and pasting a lot of stuff, but that's because I'm just trying to lay down this foundation first to just see if we can get the game in a playable state, and then as we keep moving forward, we will refine and improve everything that's here. So obviously these maps at the moment, you know, they're just big boxes. There's not a lot to them, and you know, so those of you that are RPGMaker devs looking at this right now, just screaming at the screen like, dear God, like, please, not another box. Don't worry, that will change in the future. But yeah, the whole idea is that, so right now, I can boot up the game and I can go from A to B, or A to Z. I can play through the entire game. There's, you know, there's only a couple of cutscenes where necessary and where I wanted to have a little bit of fun. But you can play through all the beats of the game. Combat is what we're implementing at the moment. So you can play through the game from start to finish, but there's only combat right now up to the Earth Temple. But what I'm wanting to do is, and what we're currently working on, is building the enemy encounters throughout the entire game. And then I'm going to take what I've built so far and release that as a beta. That I might even do an itch page for it, maybe just to get some extra traction. And then I'll take the itch page down once, you know, after a certain period of time. Yeah, because it's not the final product, right? I don't want that to stay out there. And, you know, as a chance to get feedback on how the flow of the game feels, how the combat feels especially, because I don't want to balance it, but I want to make it feel good from start to finish. And yeah, then after we've done that, we're going to go through and really polish everything up, do the maps correctly, put in a whole bunch of cutscenes, write in all the dialogue, and then hopefully have the full game. Dear God, not another box dungeon. Coco is an RPGMaker dev. You should look him up on itch. Look up Jarring, itch.io, look up Jarring, look up well, no, you took Contract down, didn't you? Look up Shredded, one of the greatest, most inspirational games of all time. He's a fantastic RPG Maker dev and a great friend. So definitely hit him up. Should I do a shout out? I've got 2 viewers right now, but that's okay. It's the thought that counts. Look at me trying to do this. How do I do it again? Is it exclamation point or is it backslash? SO or is it shout? I forgot how to do it. I'm just a fellow Alec Games fan. Make sure you guys comment and like the video. Shout? Crocodile music? Oops, I can't see. Shui. No, that wasn't it either. What am I doing? Shui. Guys, type Shui in the chat if you're an idiot. And well, if you think I'm an idiot. That's right. You get the idea. The other slash bucket. Oh, it is still shout? Okay, look. We'll... Oh, there we go. Shout. Oh, shout out. Shout out. Crocodile music. Hey, there we go. I did it. Brother, I literally typed it. Type 7 if you think Alec is stupid. That's great. I love how much you were helping me do that, Coco. Not because you want to help me, but because you really want that shout out. Guys, Coco's a small-time streamer. He's only got 3,000 followers. So help the guy out. He's one day he'll be big like me, but for now, he's just a little guy. So, and we like to look out for the little guy. So yeah, enough shimmy shammy. Dibble dabble. What were we in the middle of? Oh, also in my own time, I tweaked a few little things. I changed the stats instead of the full writing of strength and all that. I kind of like it better when it's these abbreviations. I've changed some of the, so this here, this is messages. This is all the messages that will pop up in the game. And you can customize them to be whatever you want. Instead of, you know, saying choose a save file, you could just say baka or whatever it is. I really need the 2 viewer shout out. Hey, it's 3 now. But yeah, you can change it to whatever you want. So, you know, instead of you were surprised, it says ambushed. So yeah, you know, that's another way that you can polish your game and remove it from being just another stock standard RPG Maker game. You can customize that text to show that you care. I also added an equipment, 4th equipment type, because at the moment you can get head gear and body equipment, body armor. And the only way you can obtain this stuff at the moment, I mean, I may sprinkle it throughout the dungeons, but I kind of want it to just be that you can only get better gear from the town. But charms are actually what I want you to be able to look for and find, excuse me, through exploring the dungeons. And so charms are just like an accessory, but I didn't want to say accessory. It's too big a word. It's too clunky. So I wanted something smaller and neater. So I'm thinking charms. Charms are in at the moment, aren't they? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and so these, so one thing that I'm doing already is or that I will want to do already is we're doing the we're gonna get into the water temple boss. We've created the mini boss already, but the water temple boss, what's going to be special about them is that they are going to have this special status called drowning that they inflict. Maybe on a single player, I'm not sure, because I still want to figure out how this might work. But it inflicts drowning status, and they do it every 3 turns. And what it does is, while you're in that status, your AP gets drained. which is bad, right? Because the way I'm thinking of it is just like, physically, if you were drowning, you're wasting a lot of stamina, and AP is kind of like stamina points essentially. But it stands for action points. This is the resource that fuels all your skills. But obviously, the more physical of a character that you are, the more AP you are required to do your moves. So the knight and the rogue use AP more heavily, while the cleric and the mage only use a little bit of AP to cast their skills. The other thing I was thinking was that if you don't get rid of the drowning status, the player dies. I might remove this. I don't think this is one. I think it's going to be kind of tricky to implement because, yeah, we can talk about it in a little bit, but yeah, it might be hard to implement. I have some ideas. And then I was thinking that during the temple, you need to come across the life ring item, and you would have to use that to remove the drowning status. That would be the only way you could remove the drowning status. But now I'm thinking that if we don't have this, the player dies thing, maybe it only lasts for 3 turns. I don't know. Maybe it lasts longer. But a charm that you could find would be a life ring charm. I need a synonym for life ring, because that's going to be confusing. People will read life ring charm and think that it's a ring that gives you life, but no, I'm talking about the thing that saves you when you're drowning, that they throw out, you know, that's on the boats. It's iconic. So this life ring charm instead will negate the drowning status. And so that might be the thing with these charms too, right? So in the Earth Temple, you know, poison is a really annoying status effect. So you'll be able to find a charm that negates poison. And yeah, and so all the charms that you'll be able to find in the game will have cool and useful abilities, and that'll be a way that you can customize your party just a little bit more. You know, because you'll find ones that increase your strength, or so a really good and rare charm that I want to make that you will be able to, that you will be able to find before the Sky Temple, because the Sky Temple is when you're by yourself, right? So maybe you can find it in the Fire Temple, or perhaps it will be a quest that you have to complete through the hub town in order to get this charm. But it's going to be a charm that gives you an extra action every turn, and so it'll be optional. But if you do find it, and it will be very helpful for the Sky Temple when you are by yourself, and it's just the night, and so you'll have, yeah, that extra action charm that will give you 2 attacks per turn. So that would be really helpful. So that'd be cool. So that'll be the thing to do with charms. What else were we doing? So we made the skills up to level 6. And so now we need to do the enemy skills. Oh, we also made items. We also made the next set of items that show up in the shop. So we have an action point potion, and also stat boosting items. And what's one that's especially valuable is the action up item that doubles your actions for 3 turns. So you could use this in conjunction with that ring, and you could have 3 turns per turn. Could be really cool. Could be really powerful. So we also need to now make the next couple of tiers of weapons. Let me... Excuse me. So where's our weapons? 3, level 3, 5 and 7. 5 and 7. So you should only be getting up to level 6. Oh, I need to change this. This is wrong. Is this wrong? No, because it's not unlocked by level anymore. Unlocked according to progress. Let's start. Start, we get level 1 and 3 body armor. Level 2 head armor. Level 1 and 3 weapons. Then after Earth Temple, level 5 body armor. Level 4 and 6 head armor. Level 5 weapons. Then after Water Temple, is this working out correctly? Level 7 through level 7 body armor, level 8 head armor. Alright, what am I doing? Consistency. Level 7 weapons. Do I need to make more? Should this be 7 and 9? And then after Fire Temple. And this is when it's all level 10. Level 10 body. Head armor. And weapons. Wait, you can have extra turns? How does that work in the database? Oh. Yeah, brother. Where is it? So this guy. So in other, I don't know if this is the same on MZ, but yeah, in your traits, you go to other, action times plus, 100%. So the way this works is, so if I do this multiple, so if you want to give multiple turns, so right now this gives me 5 extra turns. Wait, let's just keep it simple. So this does 2 extra turns. So you have your normal action, an extra action, and another extra action. If I change this to 60% and this to 40%, then you'll do your action, then you'll get to pick your action, and then in that turn you'll have a 60% chance of an extra turn. If you don't hit that 60% chance, you don't move on to this third extra turn. Like, that just negates it, right? But if you do get the 60% chance, then there's an additional 40% chance after that that you will get a third turn. And it just decides that before the turn starts. So, yeah. And then the way that looks, it doesn't show it very in an interesting way in the game, but let's the frick? Let's just do this battle level 5. Yeah, percentages for the chance that you get that extra turn. So where is it? So action up. And yeah, I've made it that you can only use it on yourself. So yeah, and you can assign that to weapons and armor as well. Or all poisoned. So now, so I can do attack and then attack again. So it's like UI wise, it doesn't really, you know, show very well how many turns you have. But, you know, and like it's a bit clunky. So like if I choose Sick Blade and I choose Smoke Bomb, I've only got 10 AP, right? And so it doesn't calculate if I have the resources. It just goes, oh, you currently have 10 AP, so you can do this. But yeah, if I choose that, it will only do one of those actions. Ooh. See, so we didn't do the Smoke Bomb because I didn't have the resources to be able to do it. But yeah, so that's how that works. It's really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, so don't get it confused with don't get it confused with this stuff in the attack section, because this only affects your normal attack. This here. So this is, you know, you can change the element of your normal attack. You can add a state to your normal attack. You can increase the speed of your normal attack. And attack times plus is just how many times you'll do a normal attack when you select normal attack. But yeah, it's the action times plus that you want. Yeah. Anyway. What were we doing? What was I working on? Oh yeah, so we were talking about, so we've got all these items. I just wrote up how we're doing all this stuff. Thank you, that would be very useful. Yeah, you could definitely make yeah, some cool stuff happen, especially in like contract. And you can use that on bosses as well. So that's what I've done. That's what I've done with the mini boss. You know, because it's 4 against 1, right? Or 3 against 1. Oh no, for Earth mini boss it's 4 against 1. So, you know, they're only getting to attack one turn, you know, one turn. So I've given them a 60% chance to attack twice in a turn to make them a bit more formidable. And then for the Earth boss, I've given them a small chance, but there is a chance that they could attack 3 times in one turn. So you can use it on bosses as well, which is really, really good. It can make your boss encounters a bit more interesting with very little effort. Okay, so we need level 5 weapons. So if we just grab these guys. So what was I doing? What was I doing? What did I do? Did I do double +1? Is that what I did? Yeah, I think that's what I did. Double +1. And these are still placeholder weapons as well, right? Like, I haven't even assigned any special... Well, that's the thing. Weapons and armor are probably just gonna be for stat buffs. Just to boost your stats a little bit, to give you an extra edge in combat numbers wise. But it's the charms. The charms is where you're gonna be able to do more interesting things with your duties. Should I just... I'll just go back to a normal naming convention. Level 5 sword. Level 5 dagger. Level 5 staff. Level 5 mace. So 22 + 1, 23. Is that too much of a stat boost? 31. Is that really what I did? 2. Oh, 2. Wait, what did I... $11. How did I get to 11 from... times 5 + 1? That can't be right. Because oh wait, did I double it once? Ah, for each level it doubles. So double 2 is 4 + 1 is 5. Double 5 is 10 + 1 is 11. Wait, that's crazy. No, this is way... These stats are way too high. That's right. We'll balance it later. We'll stick with what we're doing. So 11 becomes 23, and then 23 doubled +1 is 46, 47. 47 attack. That's insane. 31. Wait, oh right, from that. 31 doubled 62. What was that? So that goes to 47 as well. Same deal. 14 + 1 is 15. Doubled 31. 31. Ahoy there. Good to see you, Silva. So that's it, right? That's crazy. I mean, what are our stats by that point? Level 5. Level 5. 55 attack. You're practically doubling it. But it is expensive at the moment. 100, 300, level 5 is going to be 500. It's kind of hard to get money at the moment. So maybe... Yeah. right, so we got our level 5, which is what we want, right? We just want level 5. After the Earth Temple. After the Earth Temple? Yeah. After the Earth Temple, this is what's available. Yeah, so... level 4. Level 4. Ooh. Level 4. Level 4. This is level 2. So yeah, so we still got to go up two things. So double, so 10 plus 1 is 11. And then double, 22 plus 1 is 23. 23. And then 6 and 7. And then 15. 11, 23. 6 and 7. Oh, I was like, why does it not give as much defense? But it's because it's the rogues. Rogues armor. Not as good. That comes 15, and that's also 15. Cool. And then we want level 5 armor. Level 5 armor. Level 5 cloak. Level 5 robes. Level 5 vestige. This is level 5. Now this is kind of an ugly way to do this. I could have grouped this by helmets and armors. Should really be the other way around. These two, because these are level 1 and these are level 2. But it will mess things up. And it doesn't matter. No one will see this. No one will know. How will they know? Oh, I didn't change the pricing either. This is 400 because it's a level 4 item. As long as it works, exactly. Just gotta let those things go. Release them into the ether. Cool. Now. These level 3 stats? Double. 23, double again. 23, 46, 47. 47. 14, 15, 31. 31. Robes. 23, 47. Okay. Let's save. You know who we're missing? Trailer. Where's Trailer at? I should send him a message, see how he's doing. Cool. And then we need to do our level 6. Level 6 headgear. See, now if you wanted to put like a level restriction on this equipment, you would have to get a plugin for that. I don't think there's a way to do it. Excuse me. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no. It allows you to equip different equipment types. Oh yeah, you can dual wield. Wait, did we change the price? We did. 600. 600. Double and double. 47. Whoa. Okay, this is getting. These stats are getting nuts. 47. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like these stats are gonna be too high and it's gonna break the combat. We'll see. We'll see. 47. 80. 96. No? 94? What am I doing? Okay, let's 47. Then double that. 14 plus 80. 94. 94. Oof. That's, yeah. What are our stats at level 6? Level 6. A defense stat of 65. Plus 96 defense. More than doubles your defense stat. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. Should I simplify it? It shouldn't be double. I shouldn't be doubling it. I should be adding the same stat. So 2 defense becomes, yeah, so 2 defense becomes 4 defense becomes 6 defense. 6 becomes 8 becomes 10. Am I doing that right? Yeah. 5 times 2. And then, yeah. Then the Night Helm is not 5 defense. Night Helm is 4 defense. Because it's the same as that 2. Oh yeah, so I just need to go, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 3, no, look, 1, ooh, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This gives you nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I make it. Anyway. Robes. 2. 4. 6. 8. 10. 12. 1 1. 2 2. 2 2. 3 3. 4 4 4. 5 5. I feel like I'm going to be changing these again. 6 6. All right. Let's do that for now. Same with the weapons. Same with the weapons. Two, 4, 6. 3 6 9. 2 4 6. 2 4 6. 1 1 2 2 3 3. 6 8 10. Plus 3. 9 12 15. 6 8 10. And this is 5. Oops. 5 5. Okay. I mean, you know, once I've done all this, a cheap way, a quicker way that I could make all of these stronger, rather than going through the numbers again, is just add like a, you know, a 125% buff, and then just apply that to all the weapons. And that's easier to just copy paste. Rather than having to tweak the numbers like that. Just make it give you a buff. Cool. So we've got weapons, armors, and items for the next round of levels. Okay, so now we need to update the shops. So the weapon shop. After Earth boss defeated. Gonna be these guys. I mean, do I make it that like the lowest level equipment gets removed from the shop? So that way you're not going through this huge list. Not going through this huge inventory list. and kind of encourage, because, you know, there's not much reason for you to, you know, as there's better equipment, right? Maybe we do that. Let's do that. Yeah. The armor shop. A bit more complicated. Four and six. So do we get rid of these? I mean, so what kind of might offset, you know, these items being too expensive is that you don't have to buy as much because you've got less party members now. Okay. All right. So that's... Yeah. He just gets much more. I think I'll get rid of... Yeah, I'll keep that in for now. Fine. Cool. So that's done. Now we just need to get into the enemies. So we created... Did we do the stats? I think we did the stats. For all the... Rogue, Mage, Knight, and Cleric. So what I was going to do... to make it easier for me to do these skills, right? Is literally just... copy and paste... the earth ones. And we're just gonna have to make up one extra one. So I'm literally just tweaking. Like I'm just gonna change the animation for these, right? So you essentially still he's still essentially fighting the same enemy, but with one extra move, and now everything is water based. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to do. So I have this so the knight actually changes class, as they remove a party member and learn that one of that party member's abilities. And I originally was just like, this is just an aesthetic thing, just to kind of show that the knight is learning and growing, you know, so that when they do come to the end and they've learned everyone else's abilities, they are the hero that is on their own trying to save the day. But I am realizing now that I actually want to change the stats. So that, because it would make more sense, you know, that the stats of the hero at the end are much more rounded and much higher than what they would have been. So that, yeah, so that when you are fighting on your own, you're actually formidable. You actually are more powerful. And so the way I was thinking of doing that is that you just put, like, for the assassin, I'm just gonna put the best stats from the knight and the best stats of the rogue. So whichever, so, you know, looking at max HP, does the knight have higher HP or the rogue? The knight does. So the assassin retains the HP stat of the knight, you know, who has more MP, you know, knight or rogue, who has more attack, knight or rogue. So for the rogue, they have higher attack. So yeah, so that way too, even though you're losing your party member, the knight is doing something to try and fill that gap. And not in a perfect way, you know, you're not becoming a one-for-one of that party member, but you are going to be stronger. And I guess it doesn't make, it makes sense mechanic wise, but narratively it doesn't make sense that he's gotten stronger just from watching the rogue, you know, give themselves up, right? But maybe the player doesn't know that, and so they don't have to think about why that makes sense. So give me 2 seconds. Sorry, forgive me for a second. Had to address something. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that later. Okay, so water cleric. And you know, these guys might follow. I mean, we'll have to change some things. Or maybe not. What does the water rogue look like? What is the water rogue? Oh, he's a jellyfish. So it would make sense that the jellyfish could poison you with decay. That could still work. That could still work. But yeah, we could just literally just do that. Yeah. Do I keep the MP cost of these abilities the same? I think so. Because they just have to go longer without having to recharge. Because if I increase the cost to keep up with their new mana pools, then it's the same sort of experience than when you're fighting the earth enemies. You know, they'll only do X number of attacks before they recharge. So I guess we'll keep that the same for now. And you know, we can tweak all this later. This is going to do water damage this time. So that's, you know, one thing that'll change. That animation won't change. It'll still be poison. This needs to change. Yes, ice. Yeah, they're a water enemy. That's all that needs to change, right? Yeah. I don't know, guys. I might not. I'm usually supposed to stream till 10 anyway. Next, the whole party. Order all 1. Order all 3. Oh wait, that's the summoning one. Do that one. Actually, no. 4 enemies are random. I mean, it could still be do water all 2. And these need to be water. Even though this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. You don't see it. You don't see it in the game. It doesn't pop up. Save. Guys, I had all this motivation and energy and now it's very quickly dropping off. Getting very tired. Did have to wake up very early today. And I went to bed late. It's my own fault. Okay, so we got that. So that's still going to be the same. Still heals 25%. Still heals all enemies 25%. So now I just got to come up with an extra skill for these guys. What's the knight? So what if they do attacks all enemies with modest damage? All enemies. See, I'm very limited in my animations. I'm gonna have to make my own. Or okay, so do we go the route of mirroring the party? So the knight's extra attack will actually be a buff move where they buff themselves to be stronger. Do we, because for the knight, the skills they get are boost and fortify, which raise their, yeah. So maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. Because that's not as interesting, like just another attack that they do. Buffs, attack, and defense for 3 turns. That parrot or that parrot? The user. It only uses it on itself. Attack. 3 turns. Only a single buff? It's not that much of an increase. Because I could do 2 stacks. Oh, excuse me. Could do 2 stacks. Alright, we'll do that for now. What does the rogue do? The rogue does a multi-hit attack, does a charm attack, or gives themselves critical hit. I reckon we do charm. The jellyfish charms you. Like, that's annoying to deal with, right? Have I made it that the dispel herb gets rid of everything? Is there any other Status is be a peaceful fight. Okay. 3. But it attacks and charms, or does it only charm? Does it charm the whole party? I think it only charms one. But is it 100%? 100% charm? Um, yeah, song. Song was our charm ability. Charms. No damage though. Because you could, it could charm everyone in the party. That could be bad. That could be bad. You know what, gang? Look, I'm gonna finish these attacks, and then I think I'm gonna call it. Cause yeah, I was really feeling it, and now I'm very much not. And I think I need to, yeah, give myself a good night's rest, so I don't ruin my week. So, okay, so the mages thing is just their spells get more powerful. So I guess that's what's happening with the water mage. Is it's the same thing, but just more powerful. But do I increase the MP cost? Increase that. 8. Increase it by 3. 4, 5, 8. Yeah. Okay. And then what does the cleric do? They get a revive. They buff the whole party. Or do we give them an attack move? Should probably give them an attack move. So let's give them a similar to this. But what's but it attacks it's based off of magic. Water cleric enemy skill 3 times randomly. MDF, water damage, and yeah, there we go. We've got all our skills for the all the water enemies. So next all we need to do is assign those skills to our water enemies, and then we just need to make our level 5 version and our level 6 version. Cool. And then yeah, we'll practically be there. Now I've just got to make the boss and mini boss attacks. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna, I haven't been streaming that long, guys. It's only been just over an hour, but yeah, I am fading, and yeah, I could push through, but I think that would just make me miserable. And yeah, don't need to do that. Don't crunch yourselves, guys. Listen to your body. Listen to how you're feeling and adjust accordingly. You'll be better off for it. So yeah, thanks, Silver. I say as I finish the stream and then come chat to you guys. No, I think I'm definitely gonna go to bed. But you know, we did make a little bit of progress, which was good. I think I spent most of that time just explaining where we are at currently, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with a little bit of progress, and sometimes that's all you can do, guys, is just, if you can always at least get a little bit of something done, you know, eventually, you know, the journey of 1,000 steps, it all starts with that first step, one step at a time. So we made some little steps today. We go inching closer and closer to our goal. And this is the kind of speak we should be speaking right at the start of the new year. So, you know, if you've got your resolutions and you feel like you're wavering already, just do what you can. Just do a little bit, just do a little something, and try again tomorrow. And we will try again, not tomorrow, but on Thursday. And hopefully I'll be more rested and we can have a much better stream. Thank you guys for coming. Poker, Coco, Silver, anyone else that was lurking, really appreciate you. Yeah, what a day. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment. Who's your favorite JRPG character, like in your party kind of thing? Who stood out to you? Who had a cool backstory? Let me know. And subscribe if you like what I'm doing here and want to see more. See more. See more. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful night. Have a great week. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.